Yeah, let's get to number 9. Let's get to
Please,
number
let's
9.
get to number
fellas.
9.
Oh, yeah, before the camera fails again.
Not only that, before we start saying stuff that shouldn't be said.
And this is definitely easy because we're here right now.
Police Reform Act. You see me take a deep breath.
Welcome to Exodus Nation.
Movement of the people.
Yeah, yeah,
Police Reform Act. You see me take a deep breath. Police reforms will be implemented in an expansive act that will, at minimum, include elimination of qualified immunity,
Yes.
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 requirement of mandatory malpractice insurance for police officers, make municipalities liable for unconstitutional actions by officers, accountability, mandatory use of dashboard and body cams,
We already got that right.
We'll get to it.
Mandatory.
We'll get to it.
elimination of choke codes and no-knock warrants, establishments of residency requirements, de-escalation training. We need that. And requirement to update training, severe penalties for evidence tampering, including withholding DNA, a federal database of police disciplinary records established and made public at once fired for cause cannot be rehired, creation of office of independent prosecutors to solely focus on prosecuting police accused of wrongdoing, other reforms as listed in greater detail in the contract with Black America.
So, elimination of qualified immunity. That's one of the biggest shields that they use. Qualified immunity. Because you are putting your life in danger, and at no time whatsoever are you to take a chance with your life. You just shoot to kill, and you're immune. That's what it means. Qualified immunity. I'm out here on these streets protecting people. If I feel my life's in danger, I get to kill whoever is making me feel that way. I have immunity. I'm qualified. I remember the Lethal Weapon movie where dude was like diplomatic immunity, right? So he got away with anything.
Diplomatic community.
It's just been revoked.
But that's the point, is that they have immunity. That's one of the biggest reasons the cops that killed Henry Green. That's why they're still out here. Qualified immunity. They said he had a gun, he pulled the gun, and they got to kill him. That's what it means. So, when you have elimination of qualified immunity, that means the cops are going to have to prove my life was actually in danger. And that's what we want. It's okay. Look, it's not to say, because people say every time a cop kills someone that the cop was automatically wrong. I'm not saying that. That's not what that says. This says every time a cop kills someone, they're automatically right. And we're saying you got to stop that. You can't just say they're automatically right. Every circumstance, like we talked about the other day, every circumstance is his own circumstance. We don't know if this cop is right, and we got to stop looking at it. And that's what we did our entire lives coming up. If they wanted to take us,
we was trained to do that though.
Most definitely.
It was more.
Most definitely.
The laws they didn't change a lot of the laws that back when we were younger. You know, they wasn't put in place then. Like the racial profiling, they were allowed to racially profile us.
Right.
You know, they were allowed to look at us and do certain things that they were getting away with that they're not no longer, you know, doing because of everything, all the police killings and cop killings that they've been doing. Then changed a lot of those laws. So a lot of that stuff don't even
camera
happen.
phones. Right?
Yeah, and camera phones that did a lot. Social media,
For sure.
social media.
Yes.
Changed that a lot.
Requirement of mandatory malpractice insurance for police officers.
I thought that was something that they would already have.
No, they don't have that. They don't have that because what happens is if a cop actually is found guilty, for beating someone or killing someone, and he is guilty, right?
You're insured.
No,
No, I'm
the
saying if he
city
was.
pays for it.
Yeah.
And you know what that means, right? It's the taxpayers who actually pay for it. We, through our tax monies, end up paying the
their
victims of every cop mistake.
So, I mean, how would they do that? Like, you it'll go on like regular insurance where every check
Sure.
you get,
Sure.
they'll take it out and they'll take that money out.
Or they do it if they want to have their fraternal order of police and they want to do it as a union.
Like a coverage.
So you have a whole big union coverage.
Like a blanket coverage.
That means if this cop kills someone 3 times and they got to keep on paying it out through their insurance, he's got to go. And hopefully that ends up being if he kills someone once, you got to go. Make municipalities liable for unconstitutional actions
that's
by police.
for sure.
Definitely.
And then
That's easy.
mandatory use of body cams.
That's already going on right now, though.
Now, okay, no, Breonna Taylor. We are hearing there is body cam, but since they actually killed Breonna, they said they didn't have their body cams. There was no body cam. SWAT is not required in many states to wear body cams.
So, I mean, with that, that'll mean everybody has to wear body cams.
Body cams. Body cams and dash cams.
Because
And
you
you know
know
what? No more turning them off. No more
You know,
turning them off.
some of them agencies, they the reason why they don't have it because they do a lot of cricket stuff.
Right, exactly.
Sorry, yeah.
I've
everybody-
heard SWAT dudes admit that they don't want to have body cams because we'll see their tax.
Yeah.
We'll know how they
Not even on their
operate.
tax, but when they go in them houses, they beat a lot of people
They
up.
be doing a lot of stuff.
They
Yeah.
beat a lot of people up.
No more chokeholds. Thank you for not choking me until I die.
No knock warrants.
That's
No
kinda
knock
stupid.
warrants.
I mean, honestly, like in the middle of the night, somebody just kicking open your door. What they expect?
Establishment of residency requirements. What does that mean? What does that mean?
So they got to make sure that you live there, right?
Before they do anything.
Oh, okay. Establishment of residency required. Yeah, to make sure I'm going into the right house.
Most
Okay.
definitely.
That would be. You would think that would be common
I
sense,
think that would be, yeah.
and you would think that would be prosecutable if they didn't.
Man, this next one is so vital.
Hit it. What was it?
De-escalation.
De-escalation.
training.
That should be at the top of their list.
That
years
need to
ago.
be there. That we need to have that in bold.
Because they'll come and make things worse most of the time. Just their presence sometimes make it worse.
And it's so funny now to even think about a de-escalated type situation because both, the officers and the people, that's, usually calling them out or the people are there, by the time they get there, just the tension of them coming and being there, on both sides, it's already so much adrenaline going, It's like, it's kind of hard to see, de-escalation right now, you know what I mean? It just seems to be
They need to learn de-escalation.
most
But I also wonder if cops were actually sent to therapy mandatory.
Once a month. something.
Yeah, just because you see a lot. I'm not gonna take nothing from them. They go through a lot. I think de-escalation in their own brains needs to happen because I think that's the reaction they have to us.
Some of
they
them
so
get fed
pent
up, and they get fed
mad.
up,
They
yeah.
just mad. They just come out and start smacking people
And they
because they
believe
mad.
everybody's lying to them, so you're
Yeah,
lying to them.
yeah,
until-
you garbage. You
until
just garbage.
I think that you're not lying to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
De-escalation is definitely requirement for sure.
definitely.
Requirement to update training, yes, because we have gone for how long without. They go to training for. I think it's what is
The
it?
whole world
Is it 6
needs
months?
training.
Yes, it's a very limited time.
6
It's not-
months.
It's not. It's not.
I don't even know if it's that. Sometimes I hear 12 weeks. I think it depends on where you at. You just go in, get trained, and you out on the street. You got a gun.
That's not long enough just to hand some of these people a
It
gun.
is not. It's not.
Hey, go out here and protect everybody. And I think that's what it is too. Is they giving people that comes out of these training situations that ain't ready to come
Not
out
ready.
and they give them a gun and hey, go ahead.
And then they wonder why they scared. You ain't even been out here, and you got a gun, and they just gonna be like, go out there, and people can see it in your face.
You're scared.
Oh, you a rookie.
Yeah.
You a
Oh,
rookie, bruh.
and some
What's
people
up?
call you out on it.
Yeah, well, what's up,
We're
young
gonna
buck?
attack you over there. Like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah. Okay. Ooh, bow, pow, pow.
Now you already got
Okay.
your hand on your gun, so
It's already done.
it's already there.
It's already done. So requirement. Okay. Yes. Severe penalties for evidence tampering, including withholding. When you withhold DNA evidence, yeah, we gotta penalize you. That's really, how is that just not there?
It should have been there.
And then you think about it, man, when you watch even when, remember OJ, and there was all kinds of DNA handling questions.
Right.
Did anybody get charged? No.
It was no consequences.
How many times we don't even watch everything, so we don't know how many times DNA has just been mishandled, mistagged, put somewhere else, lost. Oh well, oopsie, and they still gonna have their job. Citizen Review Board. Right. Everybody should be able to see that. You gotta go. So yeah, that's easy, right there. Federal database, right? Federal database of police and discipline records established and made public, and once fired, 4 calls cannot be rehired. Exactly.
Anywhere.
This what I've been waiting.
Anywhere.
A lot of these cops get fired. Like
Federal database.
Say you get fired from Columbus, you can go to Mifflin and get your job back. You know what I'm saying?
Say you racist redneck in the South who gets fired, and then you come to Columbus, and they just hire you because they don't even care. Don't even look into a background. Don't care to. And now you have to, because there's now a federal database that all you have to do is log in.
Well,
and type
I mean,
in.
not even only they can do it, but we can do it as citizens.
Yeah, sure.
We can go as public now.
Yep.
Just like our records is made public out there, now that's made public. So if we even think a cop is, that way, we can go look him up.
Yeah, put that shit on the slimer.
Put it out there,
Put it on the
out there,
slimer in the drive-through.
Like they do us, yes.
You know what I mean?
So during the protest, there were so many accounts of cops who were taking off their badges and their nameplates and putting them in their pockets.
Yeah.
And they had masks on because it was Corona time.
I think you should be fired for that.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah,
Most definitely. That's
Because
another
we supposed to be able to identify you
That's another reason we're having issues with the investigation.
and face our accusers. We're supposed to be able to face our accusers.
Supposed to.
How can we face our accusers if we don't even know who they are?
And there it is.
I think you should be fired. I think you should be real harsh for doing stuff like that because that's their identity.
I think you should be fired if your body camera was turned off.
I think you should go to jail. I think it should be way harsh disciplinary actions for people that, for cops that break the rules. These rules, if you're here to protect us and you're doing stuff that, suspect at protecting us, I think you should go to jail.
Well, okay, I was looking because that is severe penalties for evidence tampering. I mean, that's what. There it is. What you said.
Yeah.
That's it.
You should go to jail.
You going to jail? Severe.
Severe means
Right. No rehire. Creation of Office of Independent Prosecutors to solely focus on prosecuting police accused of wrongdoing.
Right.
The reasoning for that is because they say here, Ron O'Brien can't be expected to bring the cops up on the charges because he needs those cops to work with him when he's trying to bring up criminals. What this is saying,
there's some type of favoritism in there.
This is taking out the prosecutor's part in that. If we have a separate prosecutor, then that prosecutor can actually charge cops. But that prosecutor will never charge us.
But would you just have him from a whole total different city? I think that's the way it should be.
Okay, sure.
A lot of these cops and prosecutors and everything, they're friends, like you just said.
Yeah, you right.
It's favoritism because now, oh man, I can't charge him, man.
I don't mind them from another city, but we don't even know if they've crossed paths anyway. So I mean, it has to be
somewhere far. I mean,
a separate prosecutor starts us getting away from Ron O'Brien controlling the whole board.
Yeah. Uh-huh.